Hello everybody, this is Holton Buggs, your Vice President of Sales for Organo Gold, and I'm here right now to talk about the king of compensation plans. You know, Organo Gold has actually assembled, in my opinion, the finest compensation plan, the most rewarding, and also the most generous compensation plan that's really designed for anybody to get involved in Organo Gold and succeed and be able to accomplish your dreams. And so throughout the next several set of videos, what I'm going to be doing is really explaining the whole philosophy behind our compensation plan. See, I certainly believe that a compensation plan should actually be designed to determine the style of behavior that you want the distributors performing out in the field. And that's exactly what we've done here at Organo Gold. And so there's two actual behaviors that I'm going to talk about that we've designed our compensation plan around. But before I really get into that, I want to just talk to you about just some examples of certain things. As a matter of fact, this training session is going to be based on how the compensation plan and the values that we have in terms of the numeric values work in North America. It's not intended for purposes in other countries. Some other countries, it may operate just a little bit differently based on the regulations that they have. So if you're watching this from a different country, make sure that you check the regulations that you have. Also, I want to go ahead and mention that there's no guarantees of any incomes whatsoever. As a matter of fact, each distributor who's in Organo Gold, there's no misrepresentation of incomes either. Your income is going to be in direct proportion to what it is that you earn and how it is that you go out and build your business. It's going to be based off of the type of team that you build, the amount of product that you sell, and basically your efforts and your commitment to your Organo Gold business. And so I don't want to give any examples up here that may mislead you in any kind of way. And so just look at these as illustration and training purposes only. Now, let's go back and talk about our compensation plan and what our business has actually been built around. Two specific activities. The first activity, ladies and gentlemen, is building a consumer base. There are 7 separate income streams that Organo Gold has put in place, and they're all built around 2 activities. The first one, building a consumer base, is paramount. The retail or the customer acquisition component of Organo Gold is what attracted myself and attracted so many people around the entire world who's getting involved in Organo Gold. So let's talk about the second component or the second activity, and that is actually building a distributor base. The purpose of building a distributor base is so that that distributor base can actually allow you to build a larger consumer base. At the end of it all, ladies and gentlemen, Organo Gold pays you for building people who are consuming our product. There's no commissions whatsoever on the recruitment of any distributors. There's only commissions that are actually paid when product actually exchanges hands. So let's go ahead and get into some good stuff, and let's talk about how this compensation plan actually works. The first of 7 ways that we get paid is what we call retail. Retail is the foundation of Organo Gold, and one of the things I'm so excited about are the retail profits that people are actually earning. You know, being in this industry for 20 years, it's been very difficult for me and others to get out there and sell products because the products at wholesale typically were so expensive, there was not much markup whatsoever, and maybe 5% or 10% here. It just wasn't attractive. It didn't motivate a lot of people. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Organo Gold has actually solved that. Let's talk about how our retail program works and how you can actually start making some coffee profits right away. When you look at Organo Gold, the difference between the wholesale cost and whatever it is that you sell it for, now we recommend suggested retail of no less than 50% markup. That's where we start. But ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you right now, I don't know of too many people who sell their coffee for less than 100% markup. Now, you can do whatever it is that you choose as long as you meet those minimum requirements. Now, when you send people to your Organo Gold website, they buy the coffee, it gets delivered right from the website or from our warehouse directly to your customer. Organo Gold has marked that up 50%, so that's going to be your profit. What I have found is most people like selling that product also person to person. We put together a very simple sample-based model. If you watch one of the other videos, it says sample your way to success. We put that model together for a reason. It's because we found that it's very simple and easy to go out there and give away free samples. Ladies and gentlemen, what we find is this, is that people who come in who think that they need a hard background in sales or a very serious sales, to be a very serious sales closer, they really don't succeed. But people who don't mind giving away free samples of coffee are the ones that we found who built the biggest businesses. So how does it really work? When you take a look at it, this box of coffee right here, this is our gourmet black coffee. In this box, there are actually 30 sachets of coffee in this box. Now, our cost on it is $15. So we're talking US and Canada, it's $15 is what it costs us. That means that it's 50 cents per sachet or 50 cents per cup of coffee. What I have found is that the majority of the distributors who sell it person to person, they sell it for no less than $30. That's a 100% markup in terms of profit. So that means they sell it, buy it for 15, sell it for 30. It's a $15 profit is what they actually made. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we sell coffee all day long at that price. Because when we tell people what our cost is, or when they ask us, they say, well, how much does it cost? And we tell them it's about $1 a cup. This is one of the biggest reasons that we're not in competition with the Starbucks and all these other companies. As a matter of fact, they're our allies. They've made it socially acceptable for people to pay as much as $5, $6, sometimes even $7 for 1 cup of coffee. And so when we tell them that we've got the most delicious, best tasting coffee that is even also has an herb called Ganoderma in it, and we tell them that it's only $1 a cup, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? They are already impressed with the price. So price very seldom, if ever, becomes an object or an objection of why a person would actually start buying the Organo Gold product from you. So that's just person to person. We've got people who set them up at churches. We've got people who set up at schools. We've got people who have done fundraisers, nonprofits who've joined Organo Gold and use this instead of selling cookies, instead of selling candy. They sell the coffee. The biggest reason why is this, is because when the customers buy the coffee, they drink it, consume it. When they're out, they're always calling back saying, do you guys have more of that coffee? Very seldom have they had repeat sales from people who've just sold them cookies or candy or things of that nature. So the Organo Gold product mix is absolutely incredible. This is the most consumable product that I've ever seen involved in network marketing. Now let's talk about some other ways to generate income from retail sales. You see that we've got our coffee. This is the black. We've got our latte. We even now have our brewed coffee, fresh brewed coffee. So if you like to wake up in the morning, smell the aroma of coffee, we've got the Royal Brew. It's the best of the best from Jamaica, the Blue Mountain Coffee of Jamaica, and it also has our spores in it. We also have our soap, we have green tea, we have toothpaste, other products that we have that I have not even listed here. But what we've done for that consumer base is we've developed products that we know that they consume on a habitual basis. Why is it so easy to sell products with Organo Gold? This is the philosophy that we've come up with. First of all, typically in network marketing, most people make fortunes in network marketing because they become excellent at selling customers or people things that they necessarily don't need or that they necessarily don't want, but they do need. Let me give you an example. Life insurance, financial planning, maybe utilities, nutrition or nutraceuticals. All of us need those things, but nobody wants to take nutrition. All of us need maybe even legal services, but nobody wants to buy it. No, everybody here needs to have financial planning, but nobody wants to open up their books to strangers. All of us need electricity, but nobody wants to give their social security number just to get a credit check to switch electric companies. I'm not putting any of those companies down, but let me share with you why retail and Organo Gold is so incredible. Because everybody that I know of who drinks coffee, not one of them need coffee, but every single one of them want it. Ladies and gentlemen, when you can actually give somebody something that they already want and put the stuff that they need in it, what it does, it makes for an incredible, very simple, what I call rejection-free marketing plan. Now, when people go out and they do trade shows, we've got people who've done trade shows, and how those trade shows work are very, very simple. We've got people who've made some incredible income. Some have even gotten into full-time income just by selling the coffee. They may set up a booth at an event, any kind of trade show. And one of the biggest benefits around it is that you don't go to coffee shows and don't go to health shows. Go to shows where people are. For example, let's say you went to a show and there was 1,000 people at that show. Typically, we know 75 to 85% of Americans, guess what they drink? They drink coffee. If you get the exclusive rights to actually be the coffee provider or the coffee vendor, guess what? Now you can start selling that coffee by the cup. We've got people who buy it for as little as 50 cents a cup, and they start off selling it somewhere around $2, $2.50 a cup. You're talking a 500% markup just in coffee profits. But we also have people who go out and sell it because they're the only ones selling coffee. They've been able to make large cups of coffee and sell it for $5 a cup. We're talking 1,000% markup. Just imagine 1,000 people at an event and 700 people buy 1 cup of coffee from you. Do the math, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the profits that are available in coffee, and that's why you'll see that people are able to generate some pretty large retail incomes right away. When you look at the entire platform of what we've got with Organo Gold, ladies and gentlemen, the retail component of our business is easy, it's simple, it's coffee. Organo Gold's the first way of making income is retail commissions.